Hi guys, so it's Tammy and I am doing a Foodie Friday video, believe it or not. So the first thing it says, this is going to be French onion chicken. So it says to take, I'm trying to find the best knife for this. I'm going to use this one over here. It says to take a half a stick or a quarter cup of butter and melt this in a skillet. So I have a skillet warming on the stove, and my friend Tracy is here, so I decided to cook. She lives by herself, and so she doesn't cook a lot for herself, which I would not either. Actually, the reason you don't see very many Foodie Fridays anymore is because I don't cook a lot for just me and my husband. So if I was by myself, I would cook even less. So yeah, it's kind of a fun opportunity for me to be able to cook and do a video and feed my family and my friend. So I'm going to get rid of this onion stuff. So I'm just going, this is kind of like a French onion soup, or a take on a French onion soup. And I'm changing the recipe up just a little bit to suit my style. And also, I don't want to eat a lot of carbs, so I made bread, but I did it, and I'm going to have that on the side instead of in with the chicken. So if you can look this recipe up on Google or on Pinterest, I think I found it on Pinterest, but it's just French onion chicken, and you can either do it the way I'm doing it, or if you want the original recipe or a different recipe or one that has the bread in it, I guess is what I'm trying to say, you can find that easily by doing a quick search. So I'm just peeling the skin off of the onion, and already I'm feeling like I need to cry. And I am in my pajamas, so no apologies, just telling you. And I'm going to cut this pretty thinly. And I think I'm going to leave them, at least one of them maybe, in the circles, just because I think it's fun. And you're also going to want salt and pepper. And it says you might need some cornstarch and some water to thicken it up, so we'll see about that. I am using frozen chicken, so I don't know if I'm going to need that or not, so I will see once I get a little further into it. And now that this onion is kind of chopped, or kind of thin, I'm just going to chop it. Ooh, that feels like skin. And it looks like there's a little bit of the center there. So there's one onion finely chopped. And the butter is on the stove. It is melting away. So this is 2 onions. And again, I'm cutting these rather thinly. Okay. And then now I'm just going to take this and you over to the stove so that you can see that in action. So I just added the onion, and I want this to caramelize. And I'm just separating the rings just because I want to. I'm sure that if I did it with the spatula or whatever, it would do it too, but lots of onion, because after all it is French onion chicken. So I'm just going to let this cook down and caramelize. Meanwhile, I'm going to wash my hands again. I'm going to salt and pepper this. And I'm going to see if I have some, I think it said thyme, so I'm just searching in my huge amount of spices to see what I have here. I'm sure I have some thyme, I just need to find it. Don't we all need to find thyme? You pick to find time to leave me in the seal. I have paper clips in there. I have no idea why. Well, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. That's a savory sensation. There's some Mrs. Dash. I might use some Mrs. Dash too, because Mrs. Dash is good in just about everything. And some cumin. I like cumin. I don't know why, but I think it tastes good in lots of things, so I'm going to add a little cumin. Now, I may not remember what I put in here, so those of you that are watching will have the inside scoop. Because I will probably just put the recipe. Goodness. Spices. Bay leaves. I thought it said thyme. Lemon and herb. You're not the herb I'm looking for. Paprika. Garlic salt. Good grief. Cajun seasoning. Pumpkin pie seasoning is supposed to be on the top shelf. Chicago steak seasoning. Cinnamon is also supposed to be on the top shelf. Good grief. Cardamom. I have everything but thyme, it looks like, which is the story of my life. So, guess what? We're just going to make do with what we have. No thyme? Okay. Let's pick up all the spices that I dropped on the floor. Putting these back. I have one more place I can look. One more place that I keep spices. What's this? A savory sensation. Oh, it has some thyme in it. Add a little bit of that. And I'm going to look over here. Stir that up a little bit. It smells really good. Let's see. everything but poppy seed. Good grief. Celery. Herb de Provence. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to add it because it sounds French, and this is French onion soup after all. Trying to see if it tells me. Rosemary, fennel, savory, thyme, basil. How about that? All these spices that I can't find any thyme. I'm not going to worry about it. I think there's enough in there. And they're starting to caramelize. I don't know if you can see that on the screen yet, but they're starting to get a little brown, which is fabulous. And I'm just letting it go real time so that you guys can see, because this was one question that I had when I was younger and cooking. I wasn't sure what all of this meant and how you could caramelize onion and all of that, and I think I would have appreciated seeing it all. So I'm just going to let this play as I empty the dishwasher. So killing two birds with one stone. Caramelizing. Looking pretty good. I might turn on another light in here. That might be a little better for y'all. Getting there. It's getting there. Now I'm gonna get out my chicken. And I just have chicken breast tenderloins. I don't know. I'm using about half of it, so I'm using about a pound, a little more than a pound. I was going to cut them, but it doesn't seem to want to cut, so I'm just going to put them in whole. These are tenderloins. I'm going to let it get a little bit browner, just because I like it really golden, nice brown, kind of like fajitas. So meanwhile, I'm going to take my bread that I made earlier, and I am going to cut this into pieces or slices. Using a bread knife. And it kind of sticks to the bottom a little bit, and that's good. You want that, and you want to like take your spatula and get up all that good stuff on the bottom too. That's the flavoring. It is delicious. Okay, so when it's about as brown as you think you'd like it, then I'm going to add the chicken. So it's still going to get a little more brown. So I guess don't make it as brown as you'd like it, but almost. I'm going to go ahead and add the frozen chicken. And I'm going to cover this and let this just cook. And then once I can slice the chicken, I will, but I'm just going to let it cook in here in its own little sauce for as long as that takes. I'm going to say at least 10 minutes, probably, all total probably about 20, but 10 minutes at least before I can cut it. I'm going to go ahead and butter the bread, and I'm going to put a little bit of garlic on it just because I like garlic bread. And I think that will be good with the chicken. And then I'm going to put some Swiss cheese on it, and then I will bake that in the oven to get it browned. But let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the garlic and butter melted. And I am just putting it on each slice of bread, trying to make sure I get some garlic on each one. So this is the other stick, the other half of the stick of butter, so. And I don't know how much garlic I put in it, probably, I don't know, probably 3 cloves, 2 or 3 cloves total. And there we go, and then I'm just going to put some Swiss cheese on top. turning the chicken over. I want it to get brown on both sides. And I'm just going to serve this bread with the chicken. And I have a little thin piece for me. Load it up on some cheese. There we go. So that'll be ready for the oven. I'm going to go ahead and preheat that once my chicken is done because this won't take very long at all to cook. Alright, so this is looking pretty darn good if I say so myself. I'm just going to cut this chicken, at least I think I am, just so it'll cook up faster. You know, this is not necessary. I also like it this way just because it's easier to eat. Usually. I don't know if you can see, but the chicken is pretty much done. It's all white in the middle, which is what you want. But I want it to be a little browner, so I'm just going to let it continue to cook in here. I do have the oven preheating for the bread. And this is a fairly quick meal. I don't know how long I've been cooking in here, but however long this video is, plus add maybe 5 minutes, and that's about it. Ooh, there's some fat on that one. I don't like that, so I will pull that off. Oops. I'm going to give that to the dog. Some of it I'm almost shredding. I don't even really mean to. It's just the way it's cutting with this big old wooden spatula. But I also don't care. It's fine. I'm just going to let that brown some more. And I will use that fork for someone's dinner. So this is just going to brown, maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. And I don't know that it needs any cornstarch. In my opinion, it's just added nothing, no nutritional value, so I don't think I want to add it. So I'm just going to let this cook. I'll be back. Alright, things are happening here. So I have the broiler on in the oven to broil finish just broiling the top of that. And this is getting nice and caramelized. I don't know if you can see some of the dark, but oh, it smells delicious, looks delicious. It's thickened up nicely. I didn't add anything. You guys saw everything I did. And I am calling this done. I have a protein blend of lentils in the microwave. It's a Bird's Eye brand. It's just a microwavable package of it. So I will plate this up and then we'll show you. So this is the protein blend that I was talking about that we are having. So this is what it looks like all plated up. You have the bread and the French onion chicken, and this is the lentils. So I'm gonna try a bite, and then Tracy's gonna try a bite. It's really tasty.
Which one's one?
This one.
So good.
Yay! So it's a hit. Try it, guys. Bye-bye.